Hello everyone, please like and subscribe my video and share with your fellow friends. So whenever I will upload any new video, you will get the notifications. In this video, I am going to explain you the method definition, that means how to define a method or how to use a method. In the earlier session, I already explained you what is the method, why we use the method, what are the advantages of the method, what are the types of method, already we discussed. So in this session, I will explain you how to use the method or how to define the method. In the end of the session, I will give you some questions which are very important. All these are board exam related questions. Okay. Let's start the session. In this slide you are seeing the method must be defined before it is used anywhere in the program. That means when we want to use a method or we want to write a method in our program, it first defined. So the definition consists of what? The definitions consist of, or the general form of the method definitions consist of two parts. One is the method header or prototype, other is body of the method. Okay. So this method header or prototype, that is nothing but the first line of the method definition. Okay. So what it has to do? This first line or method definitions of the method definition, what it has to do? It tells the compiler about the name of the method, what are the types of value calculated and written by the method, and what are the arguments or the data used by the method. Okay. In this example, you just see the method and it is started with the curly braces, ended with the curly braces. This line is the structures or the header or the prototype, and this is the curly braces ended with the curly braces. This whole part is known as the block and it is called as the body of the method. Okay. So method must be defined before used in the program. So definition, it consists of two parts. What it is? Method header, prototype or structures, or we can say it is the syntax, and other is the body of the method. Okay. The first line of the method is called is what? That is the header. The first line of the method is called as a header or the prototype or the structures. What is the means? What it means or what it consists of? And or what do you mean by the syntax? Okay, that it consists of this method prototype or method header or the structures or the syntax. What it is consist of? It consists of access specifier, it consists of modifier, it consists of return type or no return value, it consists of the name of the method, it is followed by the parenthesis, ended with the parenthesis, in between parenthesis with the arguments you write, or without argument, blank you can also write. Okay. Now what it means? The access specifier, the modifier, the return type, the name of the method, and what the argument or without argument, that you have to see. Okay. Now in this example you see written here public static int sum int a int b. Okay. So it is the public is nothing but the access specifier, static is known as the modifier, int is known as the return value, sum is known as the name, and the arguments, it is the int a and int b. So what is the access specifier? Access specifier is known as who can access it. The modifier, how it works, we have to need an object for the method to access, or without object we have to access. The return type, that means a method return the result calculated by the method, that has to be returned to the creator who create or invoked the method. The return value can be anything, any type, that is integer, double or string. Okay. And if the method does not return any value, then we have to mention it as a void. Okay. Now the name of the method, that is the sum, the name of the method, I already told you it will be related to the contents. Okay. And the int a, int b, that will be argument or the data, it is coming from the creator or sending the data by the creator or the method who invoked this method. Okay. Here again I am explaining. Just look at here. This is public, the static, the int, the sum, parenthesis, int a, int b. Okay. Now this public is known as access specifier. Now what is the meaning of the access specifier? Access specifier means who can access it. Just look at here. Who can access it? You just see who can access it. Okay. Now what is the meaning of public? Other than public, there are two other access specifier that will be what? Protected and private. Okay. So instead of writing public, we also can write is protected or private. That certain restriction is given to the method. That who can access it? Public means access by all. Private and protected means there is certain restriction to access the method. Okay. These two detail about these two access specifier in the other chapter we have to discuss. For the time being, you just know only the public. So public means any other method written in the program can access this method, or any other program outside this program, they can also access this method. Okay. So public accessed by the all. Suppose you are not writing the public part, you just left this part, then by default the method becomes the public. So it is optional. If you want to write it also, it is okay. If you don't write, then also okay. But you should practice in writing the public. Next comes to the static. Static means what? The modifier. Okay. How it works? With or object or without object. So actually the method will be created by some other method or invoked by some other method. Okay. And the method accessed through an object. Already you know it is object oriented programming and everything will be accessed through the object. So if you want to access through the object, you have to no need to write the static. And if the object you are not creating, without object you want to access, then you have to write the static. So static means the modifier. Okay. So static if you are writing, then no need of any object. By the help of class also you can access it. From the example you can understand it is more clearly. Then comes to the integer. What is the integer? Integer is the return value. Okay. The procedure or the method going to calculate certain things. That result has to be returned to whom? The method who invoked or to create this method. Okay. So if this method does not want to return anything, then you have to, instead of integer, we can write it here void. What we can write? Void. Okay. Now only integer data type we can write, or any other data type, that is like your double, float, string also there. So if our procedures or method return a result double data type, then I have to mention it here double. If my procedure or method return a float type of data, then you have to write it here float. If my method or procedure return a string type of data, then I have to write it here string. Now next comes to the name of the method. What is the name of the method? That is the sum. And I already told you that is related to the contents. Okay. The name of the method should be related to the contents. Now the parenthesis and ended with the parenthesis. In between the parenthesis, we are writing int a and int b. This is the two data which is used inside the method for calculations. This two data is coming from where? It is coming from the method who invoked this method, or who is the creator of this method. He is responsible to sending these two data. Okay, so if I am not writing anything here, if I am writing here blank, then from where the data will come? Then their method are responsible for creating the data itself and use it in the calculation. So another we can write it here public without writing static, int sum, int a or int b. Or we can write public void sum, int a or int b. Or we can write public void sum without argument. Okay. Now all of you see here, instead of static also we can write. Instead of integer we are writing void, means this method does not return any value. we are not giving any argument or data, that means this method is responsible for creating its own data and use it in the calculations. So from this here you can clear that is what is the use of public, that is the access specifier, what is the static, that is the modifier, the int is the return value, sum is the name of the method, and int a, int b is the argument. Okay, and public is the access specifier, that means all other method present in the program or outside the program can access it. Static, you have to no need to create an object, by the help of class also you can access the method. Integer, the result calculated by the method as integer, so I have to write the integer. And the name of the method is the sum, that is going to calculate what, the addition of two number. And the int a, int b are the argument, it is also called parameter, so it is used in the calculations. Okay, comes to the body of the method. Body of the method means what, that is the block of statement within the curly braces to used for doing certain actions. Okay, now here from the example you can see that is the curly braces, started with the curly braces, ended with the curly braces, and whatever the calculation, the procedures that will be written inside this curly braces, that is the body of the method. Okay, so this a and b is coming from the main method and it will be added here and that will be calculated and stored in the C and returned to the main method. Okay, to understand the execution of method, we have to see the example. From there we can more clear how it is executed. Okay, now you look at here, it is written as a functions that will be public class arithmetic, public static void sum int a int b, then whole procedures is written here, then public static void main int a, int norm1, int norm2, arithmetic sum and norm2. You will be more clear in this example. You just see here the class name is public class arithmetic. The name of the class is what? Arithmetic. Okay, now it is started with the curly braces. Okay, then the method is written here. Okay, whole method is written, ended with the curly braces, that will started with the curly braces and ended with the curly braces. Then the main method has to written public static void main, and this main int norm1 and norm2, two argument is written, it will be input by the user from the keyboard. Okay, then the class, the arithmetic class dot the name of the method followed by the parenthesis and along with the argument is written. Okay, here in this line it is invoking the method. Okay, what it is doing, invoking the method. Okay, now here it will be goes the data, this norm1 and norm2 has to be comes to here, norm1 and norm2, and it goes to the method, and from in here int a, int b will be replaced with the value of norm1 and norm2, and this a and b value will be added and stored in the C, and inside this procedures it is written or display the result. Now you see here it is written public, the method name is public means access by all. It is invoked by the class, so that's why it is written as a static. It is invoked by the class, so it is written as a static. This method does not return any value, so it is written as the void. Okay, and the name of the method is the sum. Here it is invoked by the name of the method. The int a, int b, that is two data coming from the main method as a norm1 and norm2. Now you may confused. You can ask, ma'am, it is written norm1 and norm2 and here you have written a and b. Okay, now actually what it is, the argument these are actually known as the formal argument and this is known as the actual argument. Okay, so it is just a copy of this actual argument. Okay, and this value will be comes to the copy, so whatever name you can give, it will be no problem. So a b c d x y z, any name you can write, so it will substitute the value. The value is coming from the norm and norm2 and replaced with the a and b. So this two value has to be used here. Okay. Here you can understand how it is executed. First I am reading, then I will explain. So the execution always be begin from the main method. Okay, now then the control see the name or invoked by the method from the main method, then it search that name. Okay, and that is just example arithmetic.sum, int num1 and num2. Okay, then it goes to that, the control goes to that method, that search the method name, and when it's find the method, the controls goes to that part. Okay, and there the argument value need to be replaced. Okay, that will be replaced the num1 and num2 value with the a and b. Okay, then let's calculate the result and display the result. If the result has to be displayed there, it will be displayed there, and if the result has to be returned to the main method, then return to the main method. Okay, and then controls come back to again to the main method and ended the program. Now here you can see, I already told you the execution begins from the main method. So the control start, this is the first. Okay, the control start from the main method. Okay, now control comes to the main method, it see the name of the method. Okay, and search the functions. You see here the line is written arithmetic.sum.num1 and num2. Now here the method is created and invoked. So the control see the name sum and it is goes to the program and search the procedures. Now when it is goes, this is the 2, and then it is goes, the control goes from here and get the method here. This is the third part where it is getting the public static void sum. So it is getting the same name, the method, and here it is seeing the argument a and b. So what's the a and b value? Now control taking the value from here num1 and num2 which is inputted by the user. See, this num1 and num2 value will be goes with the control and replace with this a and b, and this a and b, suppose here I am giving 10 and this 20. Now their value of the a 10 and it is the 20. This 10 and 20 value come here, 10 and 20 added with the value 10 plus 20, the c, and this will be the 30. Then this 30 result has to be displayed. Okay, and if it is displayed here, so that's why it is written as a void, it does not return any value. And if it is written some value, the return statement will be written here. Okay, and that value has to be returned to the main method. Now once it is finished its procedures, the control come back to again here. Okay, and this is the fourth part. Then it will be ended the program. Okay, this is the procedures. The control first goes to the main method, check the name of the method, search the method where it is getting, finish the procedures, again the control come back to here. So in that way the execution is going on. Okay, now some questions I am telling you that you have to note down and answer. It is the important question and it is coming in the board also. Now you note down all these questions. What is the function or method? What are the advantage of method? What is the use of void keyword? What are the type of method? What is the use of static keyword? You write down the answer in your copy. Okay. I hope all of you understood what I explained you today. That is the how to define a method, and the method definition contains two parts, method header or prototype and the body of the method. Okay, and what is the use of method header or prototype, and what the things you have to write in the body of the method. Thank you for watching my video.